Most people don't fail to achieve their goals because they're lazy. They fail because they're using the wrong framework. In the next 10 minutes, I'm going to give you a 3-step framework to achieve your 2026 goals that doesn't rely on motivation alone, but uses a proven process to stack the odds in your favor. As a bonus, I'll give you a free assessment that takes about 2 minutes and instantly shows you your biggest blind spots when it comes to your goals. If you're new here, I'm Justin. I'm a CFP and former product manager. I graduated from Oxford, worked on Wall Street, and taught investments as a college professor. My goal is to help align your money with your values so that you make better financial decisions. Today, I'm going to show you a 3-step framework to set goals you'll actually follow through on. You may have heard the line, only 8% of people succeed at their New Year's resolutions, but research is more nuanced. A large study in PLOS ONE found that at the 1-year mark, 55% of respondents reported they were successful sustaining their resolutions. Now, individual results may vary, but the takeaway is not goals are hopeless. The takeaway is your framework matters, your process matters, your odds can improve. Okay, are you ready? Here's the 3-step framework. Step 1, adopt the right mindset. Step 2, write your goals down. Step 3, categorize your goals to reveal potential blind spots. Step 1 is the reason most goals die in February. People tend to focus on the end result and hope that willpower alone will carry them, instead of running a process that makes the outcome more likely. Here's the mindset shift. Life deals in probabilities, but no matter how much you tilt the table in your favor, even a perfect 18-0 NFL record doesn't promise you a Super Bowl victory. Just ask Tom Brady and the New England Patriots. But the teams that consistently win do run better plays, review the film, and they adjust. And that's what we're going to do with your goals in 2026. Better plays, better odds. For example, when I worked in product management, I could run focus groups, look at analytics, have design sprints before we built, and we could ship what we believed were the features our users wanted. But then, crickets. Users wouldn't use what we built for them. And that doesn't mean the process was wrong. It just means that outcomes aren't guaranteed. And you need to be okay with that. To be okay with setting goals and being mentally prepared to take the L. And just move on and realize that if you continue with a defined process, then more often than not, you will in fact succeed. So for 2026, my meta goal is simple. Adopt a stoical approach where I focus on the inputs that I can control to stack the odds in my favor and increase the surface area for luck in my life. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to adopt the right micro habits that point you in the right direction, which ultimately will lead to massive long-term transformation. Step 2 sounds basic, but it's the moment goals stop being vibes and start becoming real. Write your goals down. Physically write them down or pin them somewhere. Step 2 is making them mental, physical. When I was a teenager, I had a cork board in my room hanging on my wall. Basically, it was a dream board. I was in community college and I really wanted to transfer to UC Berkeley. And they mailed me a glossy brochure for transfer students. And inside was the GPA range for transfer admits, 3.44 to 3.88. I still remember it. Well, I ripped that page out and pinned it to the cork board. I couldn't avoid it. It became front of mind. And it wasn't just motivational fluff, it was a target. To be clear, writing things down doesn't magically make them happen, but it changes what you notice and what you choose and what you do on random Tuesdays. So here's your exercise. Think of this like sprint planning for your year. Set a timer for 15 to 30 minutes and just brain dump your 2026 goals. Don't edit them, let it be messy. I've included a link in the description that goes into more detail regarding my process, but for now, here's a small sample of the goals that I wrote down for 2026. And yes, one of my goals is to become a beekeeper and start my first bee colony. Hey, those little pollinators are an important part of our ecosystem, and I'm going to do my part to help them out. At this stage of the goal setting process, messy is fine. The point is, get it out of your head. And if you want to make this real right now and share it in public, then you could write one goal in the comment section below. Step 3 is where you get the oh wow moment, because once you categorize your goals, you can finally see what's missing. And what's missing is usually the whole game, because wouldn't you hate to set all these goals, then go on and actually achieve most of them, only to find out that the goals you achieved leave you unfulfilled because they weren't the right goals to begin with? So how are we going to categorize these goals? Well, I use a rubric called the Wheel of Life. It's used by a lot of personal coaches and some financial planners. It breaks life into 8 broad categories like health, money, career, home and environment, family and relationships, personal growth, fun and recreation, and community and giving. Now you take your messy list from step 2 and you drop each goal into one of those buckets. I treat the Wheel of Life categories like epics. Epics equal the big life areas. And then inside of each epic, I create features. And features equal the subcategories that add clarity. And to make it objective, I created a simple Wheel of Life assessment. 23 questions scored from 2 to 10. And this is the bonus I promised. And you can find a link to it in the description below. This assessment helped me see that some areas were 10 out of 10 satisfied, so 0 goals was fine. But other areas needed attention. And that's when I added goals like donate to a few charities I care about, reduce daily screen time, work out a few times a week. It wasn't guilt, it was clarity. And that's the power of step 3, where you stop guessing what your goals should be and you start designing them with intention. So, quick recap. Step 1, adopt the mindset, control inputs, stack the odds. Step 2, write your goals down, make the invisible visible. And step 3, categorize your goals so patterns and blind spots show up. If you want the written version and examples, go to the blog post in the description below. And if you want the shortcut to your blind spots, take the Wheel of Life assessment. Now, we couldn't cover everything, of course, and there are more important steps that you need to take. So consider this video as the framework, and in the next video, I'm going to give you the system that helps you execute on your goals. I'll talk about how to translate goals into action using epics, features, user stories, and tasks, and then how to turn those tasks into smart execution. So if you want to actually follow through in 2026, watch the next video. And don't forget to grab the assessment link if you want the shortcut to achieving your goals.